Hello students, today we are going to start a new topic, electric field and electric field intensity. The first part of the chapter was introductory, where we have studied how the body can be charged. The second part was dealing with the Coulomb's law and the superposition principle. Now this is the third part of the chapter, which is important. Now let us define what is an electric field. Suppose I take one charge, capital Q, placed at a point O, or let us say this O is a origin. So if I place this capital Q charge at a origin and bring an another charge which is smaller than this and keep at this point, say P. Now if this Q0 charge which is brought near the capital Q charge, we assume capital Q charge is bigger or larger than Q0. Q0 is a smaller than plus P. Now if I keep this Q0 charge at point P, if both the charges are positive, you will observe that Q0 will be repelled away. Similarly, if I keep this Q0 little bit far away, say at point R, then again it will be repelled, and the repulsion at R will be less than the repulsion at P, because we know the Coulombian force obey the inverse square law, that is inversely proportional to the square of distance. So as I move away and away from this charge, the repulsion will keep on decreasing. A stage will come where this charge will have its limit. Suppose it apply the force of repulsion up to this line. Similarly, if you move to the other side of Q, say at this side, again let us assume it has a range or limit up to this line. Similarly, the range up to this line, the range up to this line. So if I join all this limit of plus Q charge, we will say whenever I keep a charge in it, there is a force of interaction, either repulsion or attraction. Now this range, the drawn is say a rectangle. For the time being we assume, because I have drawn it like that. Beyond this line, its effect, or we will not observe a force of interaction. It means it is its range, it is its limit. So this space, this entire space of plus Q, this entire space where its effect is prevailing, means इस प्लस Q चार्ज की दादागिरी इतने इलाके में चलती है. दिस स्पेस और ये इलाका या ये दिस रीजन इज कॉल्ड इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. सो व्हाट इज एन इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड? इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज नथिंग बट इट इज अ स्पेस और रीजन वेयर द इफेक्ट ऑफ any charge is prevailing, जहां तक वो अपना इंटरेक्शन कर सकता है दूसरों के चार्ज के साथ, that is called as the electric field. So electric field is a space or region around a charged particle where its effect is prevailing, and the shape of this field will not be rectangle. If I say take a plus Q charge in a space, so its range will be all the sides, and if I join its range, it becomes a spherical in such a way that this charge come at the center of that sphere. So on the board I will be drawing a circle, but if this plus Q charge is placed in a space the electric field of this charge comes out to be a spherical like this. So this is a sphere and the charge comes out to be at the center of this sphere. So this spherical region is called the electric field. Iska ilaka. Now if I keep any charge in this space, it will have the force of interaction, means either attraction or repulsion. If I place a negative charge anywhere inside this region, it will have a force of attraction. If I keep any positive charge in this region, it will have a force of repulsion. Now, for this point P, say point R, say point S. Now, if it is a sphere, it becomes the radius of this sphere. So, for all the points at an equal distance from plus Q, the force of interaction is same. So, electric field can be defined in a simple way that it is a space or region where the effect of any charge is prevailing. So I am writing the definition. The space or region around a charged particle, where its effect is prevailing, is called electric field of that charge. So, in simple term, ऐसा समझ लो, किसी चार्ज का इलाका जहां उसकी दादागिरी चलती है, beyond that region or a space, its effect is not prevailing. So we named it as a field, and because it is a region or a space of a charged particle, so we named it electric field. So this is an electric field, and it should be remembered that if I take a single positive charge, I can also take a single negative charge also, but for time being I am taking a single positive charge. So its electric field या इसका जो इलाका होगा वो कैसा होगा, sphere होगा. If I take this plus q charge in a space and the sphere will be formed in such a way that this charge comes at the center of this sphere. So the shape of a electric field of a point charge is spherical. Now, if I keep another charge, let us assume the another charge kept is Q0 at different point, say point P, say point S, say point X. I am keeping Q0 charge in the electric field of this plus Q charge. ये जो डॉटेड लाइन स्फीयर है, ये किसका इलाका है, प्लस Q चार्ज. और इस प्लस Q चार्ज के इलाके में, मतलब इसकी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में हम ऐसा चार्ज रख रहे हैं Q0 at different points. We assume Q0 is less than capital Q. We will come to this condition also, why Q0 should be less than Q. So if I keep Q0 at different point, I will measure the force of interaction simply by using the Coulomb's law, which can be K Q0 upon distance between these two charges, that is OP. Now for S, so distance will change, R will change, so the interaction will change. Also by common sense, if I am moving away from it, its effect will keep on reducing. And this dotted line or this is its limit. At x point the distance is different. So I will say the effect of plus q charge at point P, X, S is different. Now this effect is known as the electric field intensity. So instead of using the word effect, electric field intensity in simple terms is the strength of a charge. The strength of a charge at different points. So instead of saying at P the force of interaction is more as compared to force of interaction at S, I will say the intensity or the electric field intensity of plus q charge at point is more than the electric field intensity at point S. So electric field intensity means the strength, और strength किसकी? Plus q charge. Now to differentiate q naught and capital Q, we name them a source charge. तो जिसका इलाका है, जिसका रीजन है, जिसकी दादागिरी चलती है, उसको सोर्स चार्ज कहते हैं. और जो चार्ज हम रखते हैं टू चेक whether the force of interaction is more or less. Now where the force of interaction will be more? Point P as compared to S, because S is far away from our source charge. So we name this as a source charge. और जो चार्ज तुम रखोगे to check the effect of the source charge, that will be referred as a test charge. So we are introducing two new terminology, the source charge and the test charge. Electric field मतलब इलाका. इलाका किसका होगा? हमेशा source charge का. We assume Q is much larger than Q naught. अब इस इलाके में we will keep one charge. So we name that charge as a test charge. Why you have to keep this charge? To determine the strength of the source charge. To determine the strength of the source charge. How much force of interaction it produces at different points. And from Coulomb's law or from the inverse square law, it will be very easy to say, as you are away from the source charge, the effect will be less. So, instead of using this word effect, now we introduce a new physical word, the electric field intensity. So, इलाका भी source का, ताकत भी source की, और ताकत को चेक करने के लिए जो चार्ज तुम रखोगे, you will keep a charge to determine the strength will be referred as a test charge. So now onwards we should be using the word source charge and the test charge. Again and again I am repeating the electric field. किसकी फील्ड होती है? सोर्स चार्ज. किसकी ताकत चेक करनी है? सोर्स चार्ज. जिसकी ताकत चेक करने के लिए हमें जो चार्ज रखना है, that will be called a test charge. So in this diagram we refer Q naught as a test charge and capital Q as a source charge. So we introduce two words. So let us define this two terminology. Source charge. So what is a source charge? A charge which produces the electric field around it is called as a source charge. So a charge which produce electric field around it is called source charge. Generally, we use the symbol capital Q, though it is not compulsory. So source charge will produce an electric field around it. Then the second terminology is test charge. So what is the use of this charge? The test charge is a charge which is placed in the electric field of a source charge to determine its strength. सोर्स चार्ज की ताकत पता करने के लिए जो चार्ज रखा जाएगा, that will be called a test charge. So a charge placed in the electric field किसकी ब्रैकेट में लिख देते हैं, of source charge. A charge placed in the electric field of source charge to determine यहां लिख देता हूं, to determine the intensity of source charge is called test charge. So keep this definition in mind. A charge which is placed in the electric field of source charge, and why you are keeping it? To determine the intensity of the source charge, to determine the strength of the source charge, to determine how powerful the source is if there are multiple sources, or what effect the source will produce on our test charge. So this is the simple explanation of electric field and electric field intensity. Electric field intensity simply means the strength. Strength किसकी? The strength of the source charge. So these are the simple terminology. Now we will move next to the definition of the electric field intensity. So simply we are doing the definition. First definition was the electric field. Second terminology is the source charge. Then we have a test charge, and then we will be now defining what is the electric field intensity. Now it should be clear that if I keep a plus q charge, a simple point charge, in a space, the electric field मतलब इलाका, वो spherical होगा such that this charge comes at the center of the sphere. So this is dotted line is the electric field of a point charge which is spherical. Now at different points I will be placing a test charge. So this is a earlier diagram, point P, point S. I keep Q naught, that is a test charge. Now clearly the electric field intensity or the effect of plus Q is more at P. Now electric field intensity symbol is capital E. E for electric field intensity. So by observing the diagram, I will write EP is greater than ES, and I will read it as the electric field intensity at point P is greater than the electric field intensity at point S. सोर्स की ताकत P पे ज्यादा है as compared to the point S. So what is electric field intensity? Now electric field intensity should be the function of the point or a distance, because as I keep on changing the point means distance from the source, the intensity will keep on changing, and by common sense also or inverse square law, the more nearer I am to the source charge, more will be its intensity. So electric field intensity is defined from point to point or at a particular point. So electric field intensity at a point is defined as the force acting on a unit positive charge. Electric field intensity at a point is defined as the force acting on a unit positive charge placed in the electric field of source charge. So electric field intensity at a point is defined as a force acting on a unit positive charge placed in the electric field of a source charge is called, or simply because we have written electric field intensity is defined as. So this is the simple definition. Electric field intensity at a point is defined as the force acting on a unit positive charge, and that unit positive charge is placed in the electric field of a source charge. Now we will see what is the meaning of this unit positive charge. Why we have to take a unit positive charge? If you are not taking a unit positive charge, the electric field intensity simply means the force divided by test charge. The simple definition is electric field at any point, so let that point have a position vector r vector. So E is a vector quantity because it depends on a force. So that will be equal to the force acting at that point, that is the Coulombian force, divided by the test charge, that is Q naught. So this is the definition. Though in the definition we don't write force per unit charge, we write the force acting on a unit positive charge which you have placed in the electric field of a source charge. And in the terms of equation, it is simply the Coulombian force divided by the test charge. And what does this unit positive charge means? That we will try to find out in the coming topic. Now let us first define the fundamental things. So E is the function of R, because if I keep the position of a test charge, the strength will change, that is electric field intensity will change, because the force is inversely proportional to the square of distance divided by test charge. And from this formula, the SI unit of electric field intensity can be written as Newton per Coulomb, that is Newton per Coulomb. So if I say the electric field intensity is 5 Newton per Coulomb, it means if I place 1 Coulomb of charge in the electric field of a source charge, the force exerted will be 5 Newton. So see its unit, and from this also we can understand, if I say 5 unit per Coulomb, means I will place 1 Coulomb charge inside the electric field of a source charge, and the force exerted by the source charge will be equal to 5 Newton per Coulomb. Its dimensional formula that is left as an homework. So you have to find out its dimensional formula. We know the dimensional formula of force, that is Newton, that is m1 L1 T minus 2, and for Coulomb you can write A1 T1 because I is equal to Q by P. So you simply find out and write the dimensional formula for as an homework. And another point which we have to remember is electric field intensity is a vector quantity. So how much force the source will exert on our test charge is called electric field intensity, and we have to keep the test charge in the field of a source charge. Beyond its field, the source will not exert any force. So this is the basic explanation of electric field and electric field intensity. We will see what does this unit positive charge mean in our definition. But as far as formula is concerned, you simply remember it is the Coulombian force divided by the test charge. So this is the basic of electric field and electric field intensity. Now let us move to the next topic, electric field intensity due to point charge. It means we have a source charge as a point charge. There can be multiple charge also. So we will find out the strength or the intensity of a point charge. So let us assume that our source capital Q is kept at the origin of the Cartesian coordinate system. So consider a point charge plus Q at the origin of the Cartesian coordinate system. We will find out the method to find out the electric field intensity due to point charge. So our source is a point charge and we need to find out its intensity. Intensity matlab iski strength. Now consider a point P. So this point P will be given to you. This point P matlab you place a test charge at this point and find out its strength. So let the position vector of this point be r vector, and to indicate the direction we take the help of r cap, that is a unit vector. So here r cap is a unit vector in the direction along OP vector. So point P is a position where you have to keep a test charge to find out the intensity of the source charge. So let us assume we place a charge Q naught at a point P, which is our test charge. Later on we will study this Q naught is a unit positive charge. So what does that unit positive charge means, and why your test charge should be as small as possible. We will study that the test charge should be as small as possible, or it should be much smaller than the source charge. For the time being, capital Q is a source charge. We want to find out its intensity at a point P whose position vector is r vector, and we have placed a test charge Q naught at point P. So first step is use the Coulombian law or Coulomb's law at point P. So according to Coulomb's law, the force acting between the two charges is K source test charge upon r square. Now this is the force in a scalar form. We have kept the arrow to indicate the direction also. So the direction of the force acting is outward. We assume the source charge is much larger than the Q naught. So we need to find out its intensity, its strength. So test charge is repelled away. So the direction of this force of repulsion is from O to P, and that can be indicated by a unit vector r cap. So here r cap is a unit vector along OP vector. So your force of repulsion on the test charge is away from the source. We assume both the charges are positive. Now this equation 1 can be written as force divided by Q naught. We bring this Q naught in the denominator. So this becomes K source upon r square r. Now the force acting per unit test charge, or the force acting on a unit positive charge, we will see why we call it a unit positive charge in the next lecture. So this force divided by test charge is the electric field intensity, which is denoted by E vector. So E vector at a point P, so E vector is the function of the position vector, that is equal to KQ upon r square r cap. So this is the simple derivation if your source charge is a point charge. So electric field intensity at any point due to single source charge can be defined as K source. You have to keep it, you have to remember it like this: K source, magnitude of the source charge, square of distance between the test charge and the source charge, and r cap will indicate the direction of the force acting on a test charge. Now this force of interaction can be attractive or repulsive. depending upon the sign of the charges we have taken. Here we have considered both the charges are positive. So the simple formula for the electric field intensity due to point charge is K source upon distance between test and source charge ka square into this R cap which will give you the direction. So this is how the electric field intensity is defined for a point charge. And what is the simple rule? First you apply the Coulomb's law. Take the test charge to the denominator. This force upon the test charge is itself called electric field intensity. Now we have many assumptions, or we have to consider some points regarding the electric field intensity. One of the points that we will discuss is why the test charge should be as small as possible and why the test charge is being referred as a unit positive charge. So that we will be discussing in the second or the next lecture, where we will study about the characteristics of electric field intensity. So we wind up our lecture today with this expression. Have a good day.